everyone. I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. Come on into my craft room and we'll get this show on the road. And Cooper's making his way over here, getting into things. So tell me how your day was. Tell me everything. It has been a crazy day here. Facebook's not playing nice with me tonight. Cooper, what are you doing? Get out of stuff. Go on. What are you doing? Okay, so I have this adorable little bird trio kit. I can't really pick it up because there's pieces here that are going to go flying. So as we get going, we'll get them started. So hello, Miss Tracy. Hopefully you're still staying safe. Miss Tracy's in the area that they're supposed to get up to 15 inches of rain. Not snow, rain. That is a lot of rain. So say some prayers for all those folks in that path. We're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches of rain. We've already had a couple, I believe. So we're getting a lot of the rain too. Okay, so the way that these kits work, they're going to be two-sided. Okay, you're going to have the little wing piece. Okay, and then you have a wing piece to go on the other side. So when they're sitting on your tiered tray, so let me grab this other wing. So when they're sitting on your tiered tray, no matter what side they're looking at it from, you're going to see the cuteness. Hello, Mariana. All right, and then they have the little base that they sit in, so they'll stand on their own. Okay, it's a little two-part base. It's got one piece without the slit, one piece with the slit. You put them together, and we have a completed base, and it's going to be super nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint all of this white, and then we're going to Mod Podge on the wings this napkin that I got from Hobby Lobby. Let me open these up, and I will show you. These are kind of like that French, I'm not sure what the word for it is. Hello, Miss Mary. Hello, hello. Is that Miss Tracy Dorio I see? Nope, Tracy Campbell. Okay, hello, hello. All right, so we have, this is the napkin we're going to Mod Podge on. Okay, we're going to Mod Podge that on to all of the wings. The rest of the piece is going to be white. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get one side of these painted so we can dry it, flip it over, and work on the other side. Okay. I am going to do the chippy paint technique with a candle, with the wax. So we're just going to put some wax in a few places, especially on my edges. I really like that. And we're going to just kind of here and there because we want it to be really chippy. Okay, so I'm going to do my edges and then just some kind of everywhere else. Okay, so we got that brushed off. Hello, Miss Bonnie. Welcome, welcome. So if you're new to my page, welcome. And my mom is in the comments. She's the one that's responding as Kathy Creates. And she is pulling names for our... trying to decide if I want to use a brush or a sponge. I think we're going to use a brush. For Happy Mail. On or around the 13th of every month, I send out Happy Mail. And the Happy Mail is usually a kit of some sort. And so I'm not going to paint the legs because we're going to paint those brown. All right. So we're not going to paint those white. But I am going to paint all of my little bird, including the beaks. And then we'll go back with the paint pen and change the color of those. Cooper, stay out of stuff. This room is a mess, and Cooper's like going on a scavenger hunt. Little stinker. So this is going to take a couple coats, so that's why I wanted to get these started first. Okay, so we got that guy painted. And then we're going to do this one. So we had our first round of the storm that came through pretty much all morning and half of the afternoon. And now we're in the calm, literally before the storm. And we're at like a moderate risk for severe weather, for tornadoes, hail, high winds, all of that. So say a prayer for us and everyone else in the path. I mean, if from the sounds of it, we're not going to get as much as a lot of y'all are. So I will be praying for all of you as well. Cooper, get out of stuff. No. Daddy's not here, and you can tell because they're in here and they're being ornery. Okay, so let's dry these up. Welcome, Charmaine. I'm so glad you're here. Miss Charmaine is new to our page, so let's everybody welcome her. So Charmaine, I'm not sure if you just heard that, but we do Happy Mail drawings. So keep commenting for a chance at Happy Mail. My mom will pull names, and she will announce them here on the page as we go. And what that means is that you have an entry to my Happy Mail drawing. And I draw that on or around the 13th of every month. Okay? Right, Bonnie? I couldn't agree more. Mother Nature needs to find her mind because she's lost it. All right, so we're going to hit this with a second coat. And for you gals that are in my subscription group, I know I said I was going to do the subscription project tonight, but I did a live, well, a recorded video, and I posted that to the subscription group. So if you haven't seen it yet and you want to see it, then hop on over there and you can see it there. So I did not forget, I did it. All right, so we have 2 of these done. Mary Snyder, next 5 days, gloomy, rainy weather. Yep, I think so too. Well, hi, Sandra. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. All right. Now, while that is drying, I think we will go ahead and paint our brown legs so that when we flip this over, that side is done. So we're going to paint those real quick. I could do this with a sponge, and maybe, yeah, it's going to be better if I do a sponge. So as everybody is ready for actual spring, like me, because this fake spring stuff, because we're supposed to have snow on Monday. I mean, it won't be a lot, but, and it probably won't stick. But come on, I mean, just Saturday it was 70, and now we're supposed to have snow again. It's like, I am done with winter. I'm ready. Hello, Prims and Needles, Miss Colleen. Welcome, welcome. If you happen to see any of my crafty sisters on here, make sure you give them a follow as well. And you are welcome, always welcome, to come in on your page name. You don't have to come in on your personal page. I'm totally okay with that. Oh, you had freezing rain, sleet, and snow. We didn't have any of that. Although it was colder than the dickens because they said it was going to get up to 65. So I wore my little like capri jeans, or you know, rolled up a little bit, and I had on like little canvas tennis shoes with no socks, and I was freezing. And then I remembered, well, actually Mom asked me, she goes, "Oh, too bad you don't have any socks here," because it was at work. And I'm like, you know what? I think I do actually, because I had taken a pair of tennis shoes and socks, so if I ever wanted to go for a walk on my lunch, I could. Well, in that bag that had my socks and shoes in it, I did have a pair of slippers in it. So I was sporting my slippers at school or at work today because I was so cold. So we're just going to repeat the same process on this side. Brush off some of that excess wax. Still only 54. So yeah, it never got up to the temperature it was supposed to. Not surprising, but I was dressed for spring weather and it was not spring weather. It's so hard to dress this time of year because you just never know what you're going to get. Okay. Hi, Denise. Welcome. So we're just painting these guys up. The link to this kit is on the post. So if you're interested in this, when you see how cute this turns out. All right, let's go ahead and paint our little legs, and then we'll give it a good dry, and we'll have to do one more coat. And then our birdies will be painted. Then we just have to do our napkin. On our wings. So, and of course you could do these in a multitude of different colors, in a multitude of different napkins or scrapbook paper or, you know, rice paper. There's a whole bunch of different things. Or you could just paint them. You could paint a pattern on them. You could just do, you know, a complementary color on them. There's just a zillion ways you could do these. Hey, Miss Mary. Yeah, there you go, Mom. Mom posted the link again. So it's right there. Granddaughter's, oh, soccer game, 37 degrees. 20 hours to warm up. I bet. That would have been like a hot bath and maybe some tomato soup and a grilled cheese or something, you know, just to warm up. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's exactly what I had for dinner tonight because I was just chilled. It was cold and it's like, you know what, that sounds good. I want tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. So that is what I had for dinner. Sometimes that just sounds good. Get around those little leggies. There we go. Okay. That guy is done. So if you follow my page at all, you know I love all the vintagey vibe type things and the distressed looks and of course buffalo plaid, which there's no buffalo plaid going to be on this project, so that's new for me, right? Okay. So I think we're done with that. Oh yeah, that would help. Lots of blankets and heated up rice bags. Yeah, those work pretty well. I like those as well, Bonnie. Is it cold and Mary where you're at too? Now we're gonna see the magic happen. We're gonna take our little scraper and wherever the wax is, it's gonna pull off the paint. You guys know I love this look. Okay, so there, look how great that is. That is perfect. Okay, we're gonna flip him over and we're gonna do his other side. And we might even take the sanding block to him. Okay. You guys know I love that technique. Now I have a bunch of white paint on my legs. Well, we can touch that up in a little bit. Cooper, would you get out of things? Stop. He is just being a little nosy Rosie down here. Okay. Chilly and cloudy for Miss Mary. Okay. So we've got our little birdies. They're all in their chippy goodness. But I think we will take our sanding block and just kind of give them a little extra. Because you guys know I love this. Okay, that's one. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing great. So I do need to touch up my legs, because if you can see those legs, I got a bunch of white on them somehow or another. Must have had white on the napkin when I put them down there to scrape them. All right, now this one I'm going to caution you. Be careful with this little tail here at the end, because that could snap off very easily. So be careful when you're sanding these or doing things with that, because that could, there's not much real estate holding that on. So those could snap pretty easily. All right, so that one's okay. This one needs its little leggies touched up quite a bit, actually. Oops, wrong color. Well, let's not mess it up again. Let's get rid of this. Beauty of paint. You can fix it super easy. All fixed. Okay, so that guy's done. Let's look at this one. This one's okay. Okay, so now all we have to do is we have to paint our wings. And then there is a little tail piece for that one that I said be careful about. So we'll go ahead and paint that as well. Now remember, I have 2 wings for each bird because we're making these 2-sided. Oh, Cooper. You can tell Daddy's not here because he's wanting to be by Mama. If Daddy was here, he'd be out in the living room, but Daddy's not here, so we get all of the Cooper. Okay, and those are the 2 little tail feathers. I think we're done with that, so we can put that in the water. Now, I am going to just do these with 1 coat. They don't have to have great coverage because we're going to cover them with the napkin, okay? But we want that napkin to pop. If I didn't at least put 1 coat on, the napkin would get muddy and it wouldn't pop. So we're going to put 1 coat of white paint on all of these pieces. With the exception of these little tail feathers, those we will make sure are painted well, because those are not going to have a napkin on them. Yeah, they're kind of driving me crazy right now. Bob's out of town, so they're kind of being extra needy this week. Okay, let's give that a dry. And we'll get our tail feathers one more quick coat just to make sure those are nice and bright. All right, so let's go ahead and take these off because we have to Mod Podge now the napkin on these. And we're gonna put these to the side so I don't lose them. Okay, so next, let's bring our paper towel back over so we don't make a mess. We're gonna flip it over so we don't get a bunch of white paint everywhere. All right, so let's separate our napkin. And how many ply is this? This is a 2 ply. So easy trick to separate your napkin. Take a little piece of tape. Right in the corner. And then you should be able to separate it pretty easily. This one's being a little bit of a bugger. He has to make a liar of me. I can't get that. Oh, there we go. Kind of. It's tearing it, but that did not work. Okay, let's try. It sort of separated it though. Who knew that separating the napkin was going to be the hardest part of this project? Normally, the tape method works really, really well. Okay, we got it now. Okay. We in business. These are just from Hobby Lobby, believe it or not. I couldn't believe they had them. I was really surprised by that. Let me clean out a brush here because I want one of these older ones for my Mod Podge. All right. All right, so we're going to start with this guy. And we're just painting on our Mod Podge. And then we are going to just lay our napkin down on top of it. It doesn't really matter what part of the flower or the print. That part doesn't matter. We're going to dry it. Yeah, this one was a bear. Okay. And then I'm going to take my little sanding block and we're just going to sand it off. Now this has a little hook, but we can get in there. There we go. Okay, there's one little wing done, which is going to be absolutely precious on that. Okay, and then let's do the next one. And I have napkins stuck to me. So make sure you continue to comment for a chance at Happy Mail, because that's how your entries are drawn. You have to be commenting to get your name drawn. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. No worries, Miss Kimberly. So if you're just hopping on like Miss Kim, we are making a little bird trio shelf sitters. There's 3 little birds. We already painted the birds. Now we're painting their wings, or we're decoupaging this napkin onto the wings. There's wing number 2. And let's move on to the next one. Kim, I beat you to the punch. I just said what we were making. Okay. They're so pretty, aren't they, Nancy? I love this napkin. To me, this is like French something. I don't know, French colonial or whatever that is. I just think it's very pretty. Okay, there's 3 done. We have 3 more to go. We're doing good on time because then we just have to paint our bases and put their wings on. Once we get our wings all prettied up. I always dry it first before I start doing the sanding, because if not, your finger sticks to it and then you rip the napkin. Ask me how I know. Because I've done it. Because as you're holding it and you go to sand, and then it sticks to your fingers and it pulls the napkin up. So as you can see, this is a very simple process to put these napkins on them. Yeah, like tulle. Is that what that's called? Something like that, yeah. Now, as with all of our other kits, these wings have sticky back, so that we're not going to use any glue to put this together. We're just going to peel and stick. We basically have wood stickers. And last one. I have to get a little more Mod Podge out because we got to cover all of these with Mod Podge now to seal them. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff that's hanging over and gonna flop down in my way. I saw white marks. Yep, probably. I mailed them Monday, so yeah, very well could. Blue's your favorite color, Mary? Y'all know mine's pink and buffalo plaid, so, but I do like this. This is pretty. I like this napkin a lot. Especially for spring and summer decor. All right, we are going to save this because we can use that for another project. And we're going to bring these back over here and we're going to coat them all with Mod Podge. Yeah, get a little more out. So what this does is it seals them down. So, you know, if they get dusty, they're easier to wipe off. It's not just that paper napkin on top that's going to collect everything. And I always use the matte. So it does have a teeny bit of a shine. I wouldn't say that it's 100% matte, but it's not bad. I know there's other decoupage mediums out there, but I like this. Green's your favorite color. Oh, how cool, Bonnie. I bet that's beautiful. That's a great idea. I should do that with this napkin. Okay, so I think those are done. I feel pretty dry. All right, so let's bring our birds back and we will put our wings on. I mean, come on. Look how cute that's going to be. Okay, so as I said, these are peel and stick. So all you have to do is peel off the sticker and place it on your bird. Okay, we're going to flip it over. Do the other side. Whoops. I mean, look how cute he is. Isn't that adorable? Can you see that distressing on him? It's awesome. Let me flip it around again. Look how good that is. I like that a lot. Okay. Now this guy gets these teardrop shaped wings. His go like so. Oops, that one moved on. Maybe that's okay. I expect to see where. Well, yeah, you probably will because it's in September. So yeah, yes, you probably will. Of course, I have a ton of it, as you know. Me and my buffalo plaid. Now, I could do a set of these with the buffalo plaid on the wings. That would be cute. Maybe I'll do that next. All right, and now this guy. So tweet. This guy goes right up here at the top, like that. We're going to flip this one over. And I just want to, since this one you might see from the top, I want to try to line them up about the same place. Okay, now this one's got that little tail feather. So we got to get these over here. So, and again, be a little cautious with these little pieces. There's not much holding it together. So as you go to peel the backing off, just be a little gentle. This just gives them a little 3D, little hand in. Okay, so as you can see that it's a little 3D going on there. Okay, now we are going to take my Posca pens. I'm going to take my orange one and my black one. I can get them out here. And we are going to make their beaks orange. Of course, you could do this with paint if you don't have one of these Posca pens, but my husband spoiled me and bought me a set for Christmas. Okay, that one's done, and now we're going to put a little eyeball on. One on both sides. Okay, well, look how cute he is. Isn't that adorable? Okay, let's do his little eyeball. And his beak. And then once that dries, we'll sand that a little because, you know, I don't like the pristine look Miss Mary, have you heard any more about the meetup? I have not, and I'm anxiously awaiting to hear the final details. I will be attending. It is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It is, I don't have my calendar in front of me right now, but it is, oh, Mom, do you have your calendar in front of you? It's the weekend before Emmett's birthday, so it's the 13th, September 13th, so maybe the 10th through the 13th, I think. And we will be attending. Mom and I will both be there. Okay. So we have our cute, cute, cute little birdies done. These are Posca. I'll hold them up here in a moment. They work fabulously. The napkin came from Hobby Lobby, and the birds are on my website. So these are the napkins from Hobby Lobby, okay? And I don't think they're in like the spring. I think they're just their normal, yeah, they're just their normal napkins, like back where all the party supplies are. Okay, I don't remember, what color did I did them white. I'm debating on what color I want to do my bases. So let me show you how we put these bases together. So you have one with a hole, one without the hole. The one without the hole has the sticky back on it. Okay. So what you're going to do, it's easiest if you do it like on the table. You're just going to mash them up. Yeah, I heard that too, Mary. So I figured, but I just wondered if she had posted anything prior. Yeah, the 11th through the 13th. Okay. I am so excited for that. I cannot wait to go meet all of my other crafty sisters and our followers that come to meet us. I can't wait. I'm so excited to do that. I want to hug all of my crafty sisters that have been so supportive over the years. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and paint these white. I'm just going to use my sponge here. And I'm just painting the tops. I'm not going to paint the sides and the bottom. Oh, cool. Your husband was raised in Lancaster, so you guys know that area well. That's awesome. I just can't wait. I probably won't buy much because they go junking quite a bit on these and, you know, antique shopping and stuff. I love all that stuff. I just have nowhere to put it. So I probably won't buy much, but just to be able to be there and meet them all and meet all of you that come, I can't wait. It's going to be so, so fun. We have 5 minutes left, so we are just about perfect. Okay, am I not saying Lancaster correctly? So how do you say Lancaster? Apparently I'm saying it wrong. Hey, Aunt Deb. So this kit comes with all three of these two-sided birds with the bases. $18 shipped to your door. Can't beat that price. Oh, no worries, Miss Karen. We're just about finishing up. The N is a bit more silent. Okay, so it's Lancaster. Lancaster. Okay, so let me show you our cuteness here. So these just sit right in here. If I can get it in there. There we go. Look at that. Whoops. Sometimes there's paint in there and it's a little hard to get it in, but there we go. Because they are a tight fit so they don't fall over. And there we go. Look at our cute little birdies. No, you guys can't see those very well. Look how cute these are. Aren't those precious? Look how cute they are. I pulled that one right out of its base. I knocked that one over. We're just killing all the birds. We have our own case of bird flu here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. Thank you, Miss Mary. I would make them sandpipers. There you go. That would be perfect. Especially this guy. This guy looks more like it. But I just think they're precious. I love I keep pulling this one right off its base. I just love how they grunge up really nicely with the distressing. I think they look super cute with the distressing. Tweet, tweet. Yes, Mary. All right, guys, my time is just about up, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off. But if you are interested in these, the link is in the description. Mom posted it a little bit down in the comments. Thank you, Miss Sandra. And what I used was the kit, the napkin from Hobby Lobby, and my Posca pens. Just that, okay? I did the distressed look, the chippiness with the paint, with a candle wax and a scraper, okay? And that's all there is to it. Super easy. Anyone can do these kits. So, and they're peel and stick. No glue necessary at all. So, all right, guys. I am going to hop off and I will see you all soon. Stay safe if you're in the path of the storms that are heading all of our ways. It sounds like a lot of the country from about the Mississippi over is going to get some sort fashion of this storm that's coming. So stay safe, listen to the weather forecasts, and pay attention. Okay? Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.